So, what's your name and what's your age?
I'm Danny Wayne Gilkey. I'm about 48 years old.
You're about
Born in Louisville, Kentucky.
you're from
The
Louis.
Kentucky Derby City. It's on TV. The horse races.
Okay, and what's your name?
Danny Wayne Gilkey.
What brought you to Dallas, Texas?
Uh, I used to have a lot of girlfriends that live here. My mom died, and I'm wondering about child support, how to get my bank money, and
If
I
you
had.
could speak up just a little
Well,
bit.
I have an uncle in Kentucky. He's in the Navy. He's real. He's like probably real. Upper level IQ. He studied like past sub activity and stuff. He worked. He was in the Navy, and he has a Rottweiler that he keeps, real large white one. A Rottweiler that he keeps in the bedroom so he can think. I believe that was the beginning purpose of the Rottweiler, but it's in the air like the invention of things like wine bottles, beer bottles. But
He sells wine bottles.
it's the cap itself on beer, the beer cap.
Uh-huh.
And he tells me that me being part American Indian, it's Pepsi, and when they had it come about in the little vending machine, or root beer.
Okay, how long have you been in Dallas, Texas?
Well, I just visit here. I grew up in a small town, probably about 3 hours north of Austin.
3 hours, so a
Yeah.
little bit of outside of Austin.
Yeah, it's near Harker Heights, Texas, where the Army base Fort Hood is at.
Okay.
They hang out there all the time, and sometimes they have redhead women that they serve nuns, and their uniform is odd. And I asked them one time, I said, "Well, what is that uniform?"
So you were talking about your mother. Is your mother a nun?
Well, see, they have money from the Titanic issue of imports over here. They said that they were someone that believed that they went over too much, and when they did that, they were servicing the same thing of what was over there. They were an odd bloodline. They didn't. They
So
had.
where are your parents? Where's your mom and your dad now?
Well, it said that I have Titanic bloodline. Somebody was stalking my family for money.
You have a Titanic bloodline
Yeah, they were supposed to be my relatives.
and you're being stalked for money.
Well, see, somebody killed my mother slowly by injuring her with their
How was she
disease.
injured?
They were hurting her in her sleep.
They were her who?
They were hurting her in her sleep, and
Okay.
blaming my relatives and infesting them with the disease.
Okay. Okay.
Rusty metal mostly.
Okay. So you said, are you being stalked? Is that what you said?
Well, they would do things of a thermostat to check where the big hit was. They were pretending they were drug addicts. I think it goes back to whitewater type females. They studied probably the issues of that and what's here.
Okay. How long have you been on the streets?
I've always had a place to work. My stepfather, he was someone that was the maintenance man at a Mighty Inn, but his dad and his brother served in Vietnam. When I was 4 years old, he OD'd himself.
How was your childhood?
Pretty good.
Did you grow up with a mom and a dad in your home?
Well, my mom let me do anything. I studied martial arts, and the guy that I was studying with, he's somebody in famous descent. He instructed a lot of females,
Uh-huh.
and he was somebody big in restaurants. I think it was Casa Olay or something. He was
Okay.
part owner of that. But, it's just sad, and I come along, I've seen on the news a lot of it.
Are you on any substance right now?
No, I used to be a marijuana addict because I got head pains.
But you're not on any type of substance right now.
Well, it's believed that I'm part American Indian, that whatever they did in the home, they're also tampering with.
Hello, guys. This is another segment of Acts for the Kingdom. I ran into Danny, and at the beginning of our conversation, he stated, or he was talking about his mom being a nun and how nuns, I guess, aren't as holy or Christian-like. He was kind of rambling. I wasn't quite understanding what he was saying. But I know when I asked him his age, he said that he was about 48. which to me that indicated he wasn't quite sure. I know that visually, you can tell that he is on some type of substance. I know that he was, but I know when you do drugs, it plays a lot of mental, warfare in your mind, and it kind of makes your mind discombobulated, and all kind of things. Also, I remember Danny stated that he always had a job. He seems like a guy that's still capable of working, but it kind of makes me think, does he work just to supply himself with drugs? I'm really not quite sure. But after, I did the segment interview and I spoke with him a little bit more, I prayed for him. I covered him with the blood of Jesus. And, after I prayed, he also stated that he know that his mom would not like the fact that, he's out on the streets and he's doing what he's doing. So it indicated to me that he is aware of right from wrong. But I know Danny right now is kind of stuck right now in a mental battle. Guys, let's just stand in the gap for Danny and let's just pray that at the end of his journey that his soul is saved and the Lord's will be done in his life.